Welcome, Leo Virgo, to your Astrodice reading for March. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Okay. And remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising moon or Venus. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. We have some Mars energy coming in to the second house with some Sagittarius energy coming in. Nice. Got that Mars coming in. I love that energy. Nice strong energy of fire for you. Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Very nice. Bringing in that Sagittarius. Man, just fire, 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 guys. They're on fire. On fire in the second house of money. This month, this energy imbues power, superior confidence, enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. I'm going straight into that second house of money. This is your assets, finances, and the things that you value. So being very strong and superior with this money over here, knowing that you have the authority to get things done, and really fighting for what you really want with this money. Wow, very nice. Going to work, you're putting all the extra effort in. Okay. And talking about work, guys, I just made a new meditation channel for you guys. The link is in the description box below. Okay, so if you're interested in that. They won't let me have more than 15 minutes per video. YouTube's very, very mean about that, but if you are interested in just some 15-minute relaxation, I do have that channel up for you guys. Okay, so let's do this. Getting straight into the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. We have the Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands. Looks like you didn't see this coming. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting because it's like, okay, well, you know, the fighting spirit and drive is that you're not really putting in 100% just the action that you're going to. I feel like, you know what, it's like, it's almost like Spirit saying it's not that you're not fighting for it right now in the beginning of the month. It's just that you will be surprised how much you're going to fight for it more. So I think it's just a little slow right now in the beginning of the month, right? Because you're kind of seeing that it's kind of unsatisfactory. It's not something I really, feel like I need to really go after right now. You might even feel like some of it's a loss and that you're going through this feeling of being a loss. You might even have someone coming in to actually help, with assisting this, this financial, aiding you in finances at this time for some, for some of you. With the Three of Wands over here, it's maybe you're just feeling it's a little involved, a little complex, So it just feels like there's something going on over here where it's kind of, I've lost a little bit of my drive towards what it is I really need and desire. I do feel like you do have maybe another fire sign coming in to kind of assist you, to get you kind of a little more motivated, because it does feel like you're not really moving the way you should be moving. Maybe you've been putting out those job applications and maybe you just kind of, lost hope a little bit, but it just feels like it's not moving the way you want it to in the beginning of the month, and it's just going very slow. For some of you, might even feel like it's going a little backwards. So it feels like the enthusiasm with the Sagittarius is not really there, right? So in the beginning of the month, I would say it's a little hum-ho for you. Yeah. Lots of fire over here in your energy. You're holding tight, really trying though, and it feels like you're holding tight to what you really have left, right? And it could even be that you're really holding tight to, still trying to put out resumes, still trying to do what you need to do. But it just feels like not only holding tight to your money, but it feels like your money is very tight in itself, right? Finances are very tight right now. Little anxieties, a little worries. It feels like it's kind of moving in the beginning of the month more into anxieties and worries than you had had before. But it doesn't feel like you're trying, you know, it's like you're trying to think more than you are trying to stress out, but it is very stressful. Yeah, because it's like monetary gains are you know, very tight at this time. So, okay, so it does look like you do have somebody coming in to try to help. Could be a lone person. Maybe you do find someone who is going to fix that resume for you or give you some kind of idea. With all the swords over here, I could just imagine that somebody's going to come in and give you some kind of different suggestions, things of this nature, to get you moving in the right direction so you don't feel so stuck. In the mid-month, there's a little confusion, but it does feel like you are multitasking a lot within this situation of trying to save money, do whatever it is. If it's at work, maybe work's just a little tight. Maybe you don't have, you know, enough work at this time for certain people, you know, if you're in construction or something of this nature. With the Empress over here, though, it is saying it's okay. Don't worry about this cup is what Spirit is saying, you know, because it feels like it's becoming more worrisome in the mid-month, and the confusion is really getting you even more worried. It's a lot of disappointments, and it does feel like it could be with this boss or this person, or just in prosperities in the second house itself, just the assets itself. It doesn't feel like anybody's really watching your resume at this time, or not really giving you the attention that you need, or giving you the work, you know, that is needed. Clarifying on the Four of Cups, excuse me, is the King of Swords. There is someone, though, here. Like I said, this person over here, it does feel like whoever this person is, they are looking to either hire you or they're helping you out or something. Because like I said before, it could be a Swords that is helping out. And I do think that they are going to come back around, because all of a sudden in the mid-month, you have some kind of, right where it gets confusing, right when it feels like everything's going into a huge delay, there is just feels like this huge conversation is going to be made with this higher person, this boss, this lone person, whoever it is, this person who has, it's the end of the Sagittarius, so they have some control. And it does feel like they're going to make you feel like you do have good fortune, and that you are getting some kind of authority back, or they could be the authority you're looking for, however you want to see it. But it does feel like they're going to give you back that enthusiasm and a little more superior power of the mind and understanding as you are getting more disappointed. It's kind of like, as soon as I get super disappointed, here it comes. So with the Empress over here, you're saying yes, because I just want this prosperity to come, and then you have the Emperor over here. So whatever this communication is, whatever this message is that's coming through, and however this conversation goes, it's going to make you feel very good as the Empress. You're going to start seeing the second house as being more hopeful, as, you know, and with the Emperor, you're seeing that this person is talking about this stability and about how the second house is going to go. Bringing back hopes, bringing back everything that you need, talking about that stability, because you're actually being recognized finally. It feels like maybe you were put on a back burner with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe you thought somebody else was getting more hours than you, something of this nature. However it was, but it just didn't feel like it was going in your favor at the time. But it does say, hey, you know what? Monetary gains are going to make you more stable after you have this conversation, whatever this conversation is, right? So this conversation is going to be a good conversation. Now, you need a good conversation, right? Because they're going to say, okay, well, I see your great skill. I see your great, you know, you do great work. You know, I see that you have perfection. And they're just, for a lot of you, they're just going to notice your resume. They're going to see that you have a lot of hours, a lot of this, a lot of that. Take it how it resonates, but you're being more recognized in that area. month, if you're up for a promotion, it looks like, you know, you're talking about that promotion. Hey, how come I didn't get the promotion? I've been here. You're going to go back and kind of look at that. So going straight to the end of the month. Ten of Cups. And the Five of Swords. So, well, you do feel like, okay, well, where the commitment was, excuse me, and how you were committed to the second house, it feels like there's a huge change around with the Ten of Cups coming in with the Five of Swords. Hey, look, you're not going to be stealing your thunder anymore. Anything that you felt like it was being, that you were kind of being thrown the bone over here within the situation. And it could just be from the universe itself saying, why is the universe throwing me a bone? You know, I put in a lot of hard work. Absolutely you have, and you're going to be start getting recognized for the hard work. This is where the materialism and the money and all the things that you need and start traveling towards what you've been determined to do. So there is a huge turnaround at the end of the month for the monetary gains and the way that the finances and assets are going. Ten of Cups, King of Wands. There's that Sagittarius and Sagittarius. There's this self-confidence coming back to you that's going to really put you back on your kind of your own pedestal, right? Because it's going to make you feel more passionate, you know, in the end of the month. It's going to make you feel like you're actually getting the success and actually taking action where you need to be action. So your confidence and power level is going to be through the roof over here, okay? Because now you feel like you're actually on the right path and that things are actually going in your favor, right? So with the Five of Swords, you don't have to feel like you've been thrown a bone anymore, that somebody's trying to steal your thunder or throw you under the bus or steal from you or however is going on with you. Because now you're going to have that celebration, and it's because you had the helping hand over here. And you do it, finally somebody listened. Finally, the King of Swords is, you know, there to partake in the situation in the middle of the month, right? It feels like in the beginning of the month, he might have been talking a little bit, but he didn't really open his mouth until the mid-month, which actually puts you back on top. Because now it feels like he's giving you, you know, this leap of faith. He's taking a risk, right? And if it was a risk that you needed to take to maybe even say something to the King of Swords, maybe you open up the dialogue to the King of Swords and say, hey, excuse me, you know, how come this is not going this way? But it was the risk you needed to take, and it's going to take you onto this new area of leaps and bounds for yourself, giving you this new start and this new beginning where you're going to feel much better, right? And progressing in the second house, okay? So and if this is anything that has to do with a settlement or anything like that, the King of Swords, because I was just saying the King of Swords because it could be a boss, it could also be a lawyer, you know, analytical thinker. So if this is your lawyer and you're like, where's my settlement? You're going to start getting that, you know, really going, okay? He's actually going to start looking at what needs to be done and really getting this moving. Because I did hear over here, I don't know where, it just kind of came to me at the end of the month when I seen the Fool and the progress with it sitting next to the King of Swords, that, you know, this could be a settlement. You guys are looking for some kind of settlement through a car accident or anything like that, whatever it is. And they're going to get that done, right? Get that ball moving. Hello, I'd like to have my settlement money. So that would be a good thing. No matter what it is, you have the Two of Cups, which is under the second house, is a healthy financial move. Right? So it's going to be healthy in monetary gains. It's going to be healthy in moving around. It's going to unite the second house to where it needs to be. Right? So really putting that back together for stability purposes. And yeah, you know, it looks frustrating. I will tell you that. Especially at the beginning of the month, it looks very frustrating. I think the whole scenario is frustrating, whatever it is. The place that I see the frustration myself really is because of the Eight of, right, the Eight of Swords in reverse, The Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, that in itself just seems frustrating, because this is the place where you're saying, well, you know, I don't really want to, I don't know what to do, right? So maybe it wasn't so much in the beginning of the month that you're not determined to get things done. It's almost to the point to where you have so much confusion with these, you know, look at all the confusion cards and then disappointments. It's almost like you don't know what the next step is. So you're just kind of walking around going, well, trying to figure this out. And yeah, I see your frustration. At the end of the month, though, you're finally going to attain what it is that you're looking for to really get that really moving. And yeah, unfortunately, it feels like it is going to take all month, because no matter what the King of Swords says, he still has to put action into what he's talking about, right? And that's going to take a couple of weeks. So, you know, but at least you finally got him to actually, you know, really pay attention. Because like I said, over here, it's kind of like, are you going to come to help or what? You know, are you going to do your job? Okay, so it does look like in the end, you know, it's all going to come back together. So where you felt like your sweater was unraveling, it's going to definitely be knitted back together. That's for sure. Okay. So it looks good, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.